Hey everyone, Growler here. Growler's got a comfy chair now. Yep. Growler's got a nice bed for when he comes over.
Okay, Growler. Good luck with that. Hey everyone, Triggin here. Welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved Growler's Island. And as you can see, we've got some decorating done. Not finished, of course. Still a lot of work to do, but it's looking better and better in here. You see, you got my bed, my gravestone, Growler's bed, and we got some storage over here for personal stuff and some decorations. This is the Eco RP Decor workbench, but it also makes a nice little work desk. And got this nice comfy chair for Growler. I replaced the Castles and Keeps set doors, which I didn't like very much, with S Plus doors. And as you can see, they fit pretty good. I painted the wood black, and it actually almost perfectly matches the wood in the Castles and Keeps set. Not sure what to do about the metal. So far, I'm leaving it alone because I don't want to, mess things up. But I feel like something should be done with it. I tried painting it black, and that just looked awful. Maybe if I find maybe if I get navy and paint it navy, I'm not sure. It's almost like the metal on that holds the color too well, so I'm sort of hesitant to muck with it. But anyways, so we got nicer doors. I didn't like the other ones very much. Now this is just these doors up here I've replaced. I didn't replace any of the exterior doors. So yeah, here we got our living area. Oh, and there's, we went, Sunday night, we went to the Chitin Cave, and so I now have this artifact from the Chitin Cave here. Sadly, Core didn't make it. He was having disconnect problems again, but the rest of us all got the artifact. It was a lot of fun. I can't remember if you guys saw all the cats I'd tamed up. I just tamed up a bunch of cats. Every time I saw one, I'd knock it out and bring it back to the house. So we had a lot of fun with that. We got some sofas here, and it's got some banners. You could use these banners a lot, and I really liked them. I was glad to finally have a chance to use them. And got some torches in here, so we got light at night, as you can see. And here's the first guest bedroom. It's the blue room. Got a little chair here. We got bed and chest. Obviously, it's an extra place for somebody to res to, but, if somebody needs a place to plop their character, it's, good instead of having them in the living room or something like that. They can plop right in these rooms. I love these windows. I love the windows in this place. I know I did some improvement over what you last saw. I did actually quite a bit of expansion, sort of. I say I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the roof. I did figure out what to do with that. But you see we got down here, everything's pretty much as you saw it, but I've got this filled out. I got our well moved in here, so we got stuff to drink. There we go. So we got all this stuff in here. I need to get some mesky stuff going. I also need to get a dragon saddle crafting table down here, and I think the only place I have to put it is in here. I hate to do it, but the thing is really expensive. Wouldn't have been a problem back before we did the wipe and I lost all the resources I had stored up, but now it's going to take me a bit to gather up all the materials to make a new one. And I don't dare try to move the one up north, though the demo gun works great, but it has a terrible tendency to destroy the foundation under a crafting table that you're trying to pick up. So I'm not going to dare, risk destroying the one I've got, just in hopes of moving it. We'll build a new one and put it down here. Gathered up quite a bit of stuff here. And got some wyvern milk. I'll explain that, or some dragon milk, I should say. I'll explain that in a minute. Got some storage boxes here on the wall. These two storage boxes are the reinforced wood storage boxes from the ARK Extras or Extra ARK 2.0 set. For some reason, they're found under the metal folder in the crafting table, but there you go. But yeah. Let's see, we got our nice windows here. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. I changed this wall. I changed it back to stone because it sort of looked out of place in the dino area being wood. But I also put in some of those windows there, so it looks sort of nice. And you can See Sable's up there. I'll show you that in a bit. And here's our main workshop. So we got room to get one more crafting table in, but some of the ones, like the mesh keys and the gate one, they use that old collision thing from the smithy, and they're hard to put anywhere. But we've got these in here. You know, most of these are all moved over from our temporary shop, which is gone now. I tore that down. And we got our extra ARK 2.0 crafting station here, and a couple more storage cabinets. I wanted something out of the way, and although I like the Echo ones, they stick out from the wall too much, and because this is a hallway here, that just created problems, so I made these instead. And they work nicely. Each one of these actually holds more than one of the Echo large ones did. So each one of these has 50 slots instead of 45. Got us a fabricator here, and yes, I have electric here as well. Here's our primitive survival crafting table. And we got two of the primitive survival strengthened forges, and of course I moved our bulk forge in here. And this is the gate one. I actually had to take out this wall here so I could put the gate down and get it close to the wall. I tried to do the same here with this one. That's why this one sits out so far. But there's a corner right here, you know, for the gate, and there's just nothing I could do about the gate that was there. So I was out of luck. I couldn't do anything with it. So that's all of that. I think you saw the nice window there. Equa's over here. She loves the window. Oh, she started building. I noticed that. She must have done it after I went to bed last night. But you can just see where she's been building there. She's got like a foundation and a dock laid out. I thought we'd be out of res zone. I hope it doesn't cause lag or frame rate issues with having us that close together. Would have thought we were far enough apart, but we're not. I don't know if I told you I tamed Delano here. That was the chicken who was wandering around in here while I was building. So we got our guys in here. They're all doing good. This, you'll see, is new. I took this little corner out. I actually, you know how this was sort of a wider area, just like this is here? I moved it together to form a regular circular tower. And that straight one is just to flatten it into the corner. And turn this into a staircase. Oh, and a spare res bed. Yeah, it is a coffin. That is also from Eco's set. But we'll go ahead and... It's early morning. The sun just came up, so it's a little dark. So we come up here, and here's the big surprise here. Airy. We got this gorgeous Airy for birds. Right now, only Sable's here. I haven't gone and gotten Stormageddon. I'm still debating whether or not to leave him up there as a flyer up there, but it's probably not necessary. I should probably bring him up here. But yeah, this is... I mean, I've had Aries in the past, and I sort of quit making them, but I really liked having an enclosed space to protect the birds from attack. We'd had problems with that in the past, though in more recent times, I don't know, things have changed in the way critters spawn and stuff. And so it's not there. And I'll show you, that's just the roof of the front half of the building. I'll show you that a little bit later. We got mesh collations. Oh, and this goes all the way up to the roof of the Airy here. So I'll show you that in a bit. But first, so I was out after doing all this, you know, I'm just chilling and having fun, and I was out exploring, and I was flying back from like the northeast from Fars Peak area. And there was, on this plateau, there was this baby. And I'm sorry, I did not have anything set up for recording, or I would have recorded some of the stuff that went on. But yeah, I had some serious adventures, but she was there. It was this sort of rock plateau was up above everything else, and she was fighting with a couple Paracers, and she actually got the Paracers knocked out. She's a gas dragon. And I had greens. I had made those greens, so I pulled out my my DP's trank rifle, put 2 greens in her, and she went down. She is a taming machine. I tell you, I gotta stop flying around on her. I was flying around leveling her up because it is so easy to tame with her. One blast of her breath weapon is enough to knock anything out. It's OP. I mean, I actually, as a player, I'm enjoying it, but is you know, in more general purposes, I'm hoping the modder will nerf that, because it is too good I mean, you could just fly over and breathe on something once and then just fly away and wait for it to fall asleep. That being said, that was part of the problem. I did some other taming. Oh, and here's my solar panel for electric. I know it's ugly as heck sitting it right here. I was sad I hadn't thought about the fact that by doing with this stuff, we lose our hidden internal wiring. But I figured this was the best thing. I set it right here so I didn't have to run a lot of wiring around. You know, the outlet's right here close to the workshop, so, you know. It's ugly. It is what it is. You know, there's nothing I can do to fix it. Maybe I wish, and sometimes I wish we had the eco trees. I wish the eco mods weren't so huge. Oh, there's the metricollations. Don't they look great? Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And there's the stair tower right there, the back stair tower. That's the tallest tower in the castle. I was actually thinking I should take one of these and make it a little bit taller just to make the roof line more interesting, but I don't know if I will. Those windows are great. You know, we've got those bay windows, 2 of them on each side. Boy, do they give you a great view. But I was out a few minutes ago, and I had been tinkering. We found, after adding everything the way it is here, we found that the ice dragons weren't spawning. So I was tinkering with the ice dragon spawns and got that fixed, so they started spawning, and was sort of scouting around, and I landed. Well, no, I take it back. I didn't land. I was hovering like, 50 feet off the ground, which is not much for her. She is huge. My goodness. And you look at the alphas and the elders, and they're even bigger, and it's just... I mean, I don't know how big the alphas are. I look at them like, is that as big as a titan? I swear, is that as big as a titan? They look just huge when you see one. But anyways, I was hovering up in the snow biome watching two different ice drakes. One of them was not doing much. He was messing around with some mosasaurs, I think. Or not mosasaurs, mossies. What are they called? Moss chops. With the moss chops. But the other one was in a fight with a Rex, and, well, he was in a fight with a horde of stuff. Both of them were male. Ivy's a female, just like Fiona. Oh, and Eek got an acid drake too. Too easy to tame with this girl, I tell you. But anyways, while I was watching the one who was fighting everything in the world, the other one came up and started attacking me. And of course, first reaction is to breathe on it, And of course, a couple seconds later, it goes down. Look at the level. He was a 330. Tamed out to 488. Oh my goodness, this guy is a combat monster. He is great. The ice is a slow. So when you hit something with the ice, it greatly reduces its movement. Oh man, but you could tell the size difference between them. I mean, here, let me fly Frost over there. But I just tamed him literally just a few minutes ago. And then I took a break and got some food and set up so I could record. But let's land these two side by side so you can see the size comparison. But yeah, he does so much more damage than Ivy. Look at that. Look at the size difference between them. They both look huge when you're standing underneath one of them. But when you put them side by side, you realize that he's a drake, she's a dragon. There's 2 bigger ones. There's the elder dragons and the alpha dragons. I don't even know how big the elders and the alphas are, but it terrifies me. I actually, after pumping up her damage quite a lot, I've got it up to 543%, got her health up to 40k. She has serious stamina issues. Even with 4100 stamina, she still runs out. I think that gas breath of hers uses a lot of stamina, I'm not sure. Pumped a little bit on her movement. She doesn't seem fast, but she really is. After we tamed Eek's acid dragon, we were flying somewhere, and Eek was having a hard time keeping up with me because Ivy's just so much faster. I think it's because she's bigger, you can't really tell how much faster she really is. So I pumped her speed just a little bit, and that was because during my explorations with her, I got a little close to a fire dragon, an elder fire dragon, and he didn't appreciate it. And I just barely escaped. But yeah, this guy, he is a combat monster. He's red right now because I pumped his health so much. 41k health now. 3157 stamina, you know, only what, three-quarters the stamina that Ivy has, but he has no problems. The Drakes don't have nearly the stamina burn that that the dragons do, apparently. At least the ice one doesn't. Weight 2100, not bad. Melee damage, I've got him up to 1000 melee damage. Don't forget, he is now 559. And when we did the update, you know, to bring this more in line with the center map, I raised the tame dino cap to 150. It was 75, so I raised it to 150. So this guy, he tamed out at 488. He's going to be able to level all the way up to what, 638? Is that right? Something like that. You can see he's got another level on him. I don't know what to level on him, to be honest. I suppose I should keep leveling his health, because he is going to be my combat mount. Man, I love these guys. If you know the modder who does this mod, tell him good freaking job. This is a great mod. I wish we could replace it on the center when the center comes back up. Replace the small dragons mod with this one. But we have small dragons. I don't want to delete, you know, everybody's small dragons. But man, these are not as OP, except for the gas dragons knockout. They're not as OP as the small dragons are. But it's so much fun because they all have different attacks and they all gather. I think the Drakes, and I don't know if it's the Elders, one of the others, two of them gather, they all gather thatch and wood, but I think the ones that do when they're on the ground, the main difference in, besides their, you know, their different types of their ice or whatever, is you can see the sea attack here as a wing flap. And he gathers thatch. So do our acid drakes. They gather thatch. But the dragon, Ivy, she gathers mainly wood. They both gather, you know, wood and thatch. But Ivy, she's not beaver level. I mean, she doesn't gather like a beaver does. But it is really nice because she can carry a lot. So, you know, if you're out, oh, I need a little bit of wood before I go home. You don't have to go home and get the beaver and get out. You can just, you know, grab some wood on the way home. So it's really nice. And of course, the drakes can gather your little thatch. Now, there's one that you have to summon that doesn't actually appear in the world anywhere. You have to summon it, but I guess it actually harvests stone. That would also be really cool. But yeah, I want to go out and show you what this guy can do. I've got his movement up to 150 because yeah, he was slow compared to Ivy. You can see now he really books. It's like flying a jet. When I came home with Ivy, I scared the living crud out of Core. Because I guess Core was over here and saw Ivy coming in. So that's coming from like the green obelisk coming in to land here. Oh, important tip. Now this is the dragons mod. Dragons. Not small dragons, not any of that, just dragons. And you can tell because the little thumbnail, whatever you want to call it, has like this cool green dragon. I think it's one of the acid dragons. One important tip: before going to tame, make your saddle. It's not too bad on the drakes, but on the dragon, she won't come near the ground. I had to take Fiona up here, hover, then dismount and stand on Fiona's saddle to get into Ivy's inventory so that I could put a saddle on her and land her. And here's Eeks. Got a higher level. This is higher level than Ivy, but absolutely nothing is higher level than Frost. Oh my god. White Rabbit. Yeah, Acid Dragon named White Rabbit. GG's, Eek. GG's. But yeah, I didn't think there was any color variation. I'd actually said something in comments to the modder. I said it'd be great if there was more color variation. But I don't know. I haven't seen any color variation on the acid dragons. But when I was up north looking at the frost dragons, I did see quite a bit. There was another frost dragon with white wings and a blue body and all sorts of stuff like that. And have I spent the whole episode talking about dragons? Really? Did I really just spend the whole episode talking about dragons? Oh my goodness. This might have to be a bonus or something. I can't do a whole episode just talking about dragons. Oh dear, that was a little interesting. That was probably our house loading in. Alright, so... there, get unstuck. Now let's land him on the other side like I had him. That'll be easier. Okay, so yeah, oh, here, actually I should have done this too. View of the house. You can see it is really came out amazing. I love this building set. It really looks fantastic. My only problem so far is that I really did make my workshop too small. And I'm not sure what to do about that. It is really cramped. I love the little rooms and stuff. I love how we did the hallway and everything. I wanted to do it so it looked nicer than stuff we've done in the past. Instead of just being, you know, a big functional box like the ice house is. But I'm really pleased with how it came out in appearance. Can't wait for us to get the center back up so I can build mine on the center now. Now that I've got some experience in building with it. But alright, according to the timer, I'm out of time. So I may actually post this up as like a bonus video instead of... Actually, I do not want to, you know, have your guys' episode for the day be just me talking about the house and dragons. So, that's it though. If you like this video, please tickle that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And we will definitely see you in a real episode. Have a good day, everyone.